Alright, hey everybody, what's going on? It's early in the morning for me, but I'm ready to rise and grind through some Falcons franchise today. So we're going to look to grind through the end of the season here. Alrighty, getting things underway here in Seattle. Russell Wilson taking the field, he's still with the team. They did quite well last year, and it looks like they've kind of fallen off a bit this year. Russ is still looking pretty good though. So they're going to come out on 1st and 10 here. We're going to go with a 4-4 defense. Try to see if we can prevent the run here. I'm coming with Drake Jackson, and it's going to be a quick slant to DK Metcalf. It'll be Troy Anderson. It's going to be a run this time to Chris Carson. 2nd and 7, we're going back to the 4-4. I'm going to switch to press coverage. It's going to be a run. Oluokun. Oh, man. Thought we had Chris Carson in the backfield there, but he managed to break away for a first down. We're going to come out in the cover 6 here, following that run by Carson. We got to do a better job of wrapping up and getting guys down. It seems like far too often that guys are just breaking out these big runs when they really shouldn't. This is going to be a run. That's a good job of doing that by the rookie, Troy Anderson. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5. We're going to come out in the nickel. I want to press again. And that's going to be complete to Gerald Everett, I believe. It's going to be another first down here for the Seahawks. We're going to come out blitzing on first down. We probably should have done that sooner. But we're going to switch to put some pressure on, as that didn't work at all. Touchdown, DK Metcalf. All right, following the quick touchdown by the Seahawks, we're going to take the field here with Malik Willis not having the best of rookie seasons, as we know. And we'll see if we can continue the improvement here. We'll start with a Kenneth Walker give. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 8. Don't love this. We'll switch to another. We'll run it again. I worry about Bobby Wagner in the middle, but he got picked up on a block pretty well there. And it looks like Kenneth Walker is going to get the first down. We're going to go to play action here on 1st and 10. Fake the give with Willis. Fires deep for Rieger, who makes an amazing catch, but obviously out of bounds. We're going to do the slants play here on 2nd and 10. See the safety coming up. He's going to go unblocked, and that's going to be a incompletion. Alrighty, 3rd and 10 here. We're sending Russell Gage deep. I like the look of everything else. Man. Good thing Jamal Adams has hands of concrete, as that would have been an interception. Bad start to the game for both our defense and offense here. Willis goes 0 for 3 in terms of passing on the opening drive, and that's going to force a quick punt here from the Atlanta Falcons. We're in the 2nd quarter sim now as we get a touchdown. Looks like we missed the extra point. We come back and get a field goal, and it looks like we're going to lead 9-7 here at halftime. 3rd quarter underway. A lot of back and forth. Seahawks end up scoring. So we're in here on defense. I'm going to bring the pressure here on Russell Wilson. It's going to end up being a run to Chris Carson, but Richie Grant is able to wrap him up. Brings up a 2nd and 6. We are going to continue to dial up the pressure here. Looks like Kayvon Thibodeau is getting a rest right now, as Deion Jones is in the game. Wilson completes that to Everett for another first down for the Seahawks. Pressure hasn't really been working to our favor, so we're switching to a zone. And that works quite well. Oluokun is able to break into the backfield, wrap up Carson for a loss of 2. Following a run for no gain, it's going to be 3rd and 12. Let's see what I can do with Thibodeau. Coming off the edge. Did he get it? They're going to say he got it. Seahawks convert on 3rd and 12. It's kind of a deflating maneuver there, as we are going to get Russell Wilson. Thibodeau with his 2nd sack of the game. Following a Russell Wilson throwaway, it's going to be a 3rd and 19 for the Seahawks. And we're going to sack him again. Looks like it was Linval Joseph who got at him that time. It's going to be 4th and 24. It'll be interesting to see what they end up doing here. They're going to come out kicking. We're not even going to try to block it. We're just going to see what the leg can do here. As yeah, that's going to be wide left. So we have a pretty good chance to make it down the field. It's like we were talking about in the previous episode. I don't trust Malik Willis to make like an 80-yard game-winning drive, but a 50-yard game-winning drive, I can certainly have a little bit more faith. So it's 1st and 10 for us. Gonna run it with Kenneth Walker. It's not gonna work very well. Gonna be 2nd and 12 here. We're gonna run the flood play. Treylon Burks is pretty open. He's gonna make it up the field a little bit. Willis only with 130 yards thus far, but he does pass 3,000 on the season, as it's going to be 3rd and 5 here for us. Honestly, I would love to be able to pick this up in a scramble, and that looks like it's what we're going to be able to do. So Willis scrambles ahead, steps out of bounds, and picks up the 1st down. Willis dropping back on 1st and 10. He's going to throw it to Walker, who breaks a tackle. Is actually able to get quite a few yards after the catch there, as Caleb McGarry is injured. That's honestly kind of a blessing in disguise, as he has been terrible this year. He's basically a traffic cone out there. I'm going to give it to Kenneth Walker, see if he can pick up the 1st down, and he is definitely able to do that. We are into the red zone now. We're going to go with play action here on 1st and 10. And dang, nearly found Russell Gage in the end zone, as Caleb McGarry has a dislocated shoulder. That's going to bring Tom Compton into the game at right tackle. Hopefully he can be a little bit more effective than McGarry was. It's not really a high bar to clear. It's going to be 3rd and 7 here. I'll put Rieger on a fade. And that's the 1st sack of the game for the Seahawks. Tried to scramble, thought I saw a hole. So yeah, this is definitely 4-down territory for us. We have to go for it here. And we hit Jalen Rieger in the end zone. I knew someone was going to get open on that slant. Looks like it was Jalen Rieger. He gets the touchdown, and we go up by 1 point for now. If we get the PAT, we'll be up by 2. The question is, though, should we go for 2 here? I really think we should. And yeah, they're telling us to go for 2. Coming out, looking to run with Kenneth Walker, I think that's going to be a good move, as we give it to Walker, and he is able to pick up the 2-point conversion. So we're actually going to go up 17-14 here. I don't know. Didn't quite make it into the stands with that throwaway, but things are looking good here in Seattle. We're going to turn it over to the defense, see if they can hold this for us. All right, we're coming out in the dollar to try to see if we can stop the Seahawks here. Wilson is going to complete that to Freddie Swain, maybe. They're in the no huddle. He's wide open. Oh my God. Okay, we gotta play some defense here. We gotta wake up. Why are they so open? Whose fault is this? Who can I blame? We're switching to the cover 4 zone. We're getting torched in man coverage right now. Hopefully the zone can change that up. And it's going to be a dump off to Homer again. Gonna stay in the zone. They're marching down the field. Every single play is a 1st down right now, as they're going to call their 1st timeout here. Switching to man coverage here following the 1st down. And that is going to be a very quick touchdown for the Seahawks. Quite the deflating final drive there. Tough L here for the Falcons. We pulled ahead with 2 minutes left, but it was really 2 minutes was too much time for Russell Wilson, and they were able to march down the field, get a touchdown, and that was that. Not a great game from Malik Willis, and decent game from Russell Wilson. Kenneth Walker had a pretty good game running the ball. Looks like Mike Davis had a touchdown. Receiving, Gerald Everett was the leading receiver. Jalen Rieger, 4 for 54 and a touchdown. Very not great game from our receivers here. McGarry gave up 2 sacks, and he didn't even play the whole game, so honestly probably could have been more. Jake Matthews also gave 1 up. Defensively, 15 tackles for Foyesade Oluokun, 2 for loss, a couple other tackles for loss in there. Thibodeau, 2 sacks. Nice, you love to see it. Sacks for a few more guys there. We didn't get any picks. A couple deflections for the ball hawk, Jalen Hawkins. And nothing else. Alrighty, second game of the year for us here at SoFi Stadium in sunny Southern California. As we're going up against the Chargers, who are also 4-9, same record as us. Interesting to see them struggling because I thought they got a lot better in the offseason. They added Devontae Adams. They did lose Mike Williams, but they also drafted Aiden Hutchinson. So they should have a pretty dominant pass rush with both Hutchinson and Bosa. And yeah, I'm not quite sure why they're doing as bad as they are. I feel like this is a game we can win, but at the same time, I don't really feel like we can win many games just based off how the last couple weeks have been going. But we'll see. It'll definitely be a battle between 2 kind of disappointing teams here in Los Angeles today. Here comes Justin Herbert. What is going on here? Has he been injured? That's really weird. Justin Herbert seems like he has barely played this year. Must have been an injury. Don't quite know what's going on there. All right, we're going to be thinking run here on first down. It's going to be a pass, and we cover that pretty quickly. Parham is injured. The only reason I can think of Parham's name off the top of my head is because he had that really scary injury last year. Oh, Jesus. All right, there's a flag on that. Eckler breaks a huge run up the middle, but it looks like we're going to get an illegal block in the back called in our favor, so that one's going to come back. But yeah, Donald Parham looked like he was paralyzed for a hot second on Monday Night Football, and the cameraman just stuffed the camera in his face as they pick up a first down there. Yeah, just stuffed the camera in his face as he was completely motionless on the ground. It was a terrifying moment. I'm sure the powers that be in the NFL were a little bit not happy about that PR moment because they're really trying to improve the image of football with concussions and everything, and that was on the national spotlight, oh my god, this guy just died playing football. It's the only fun fact I can think of about Donald Parham right now. But oh no, injury timeout for Kayvon Thibodeau. He's going to leave the game. Really not good, as Thibodeau has been phenomenal for us. He has 20 sacks at the moment, as we are going to break up that run in the backfield. Terrell's going to get there, get the TFL. It's going to force a 4th and 6 and most likely a field goal from the Chargers here. And that's no good. Off the upright there, just shanked a little bit too far to the left. And we're actually going to take over. Pretty good field position here and see what we can do. It's still 0-0 as the Falcons take the field. Thibodeau, we are going to take out of the game. We don't want to risk any long-term injuries that will prevent him from playing for the rest of this year. We're going to come out running slants on first down. Willis is going to take the snap. He's going to lob it for Treylon Burks, but it's going to be out of his reach. Really got to improve the accuracy with Willis. That's something that we're definitely going to look to do, as it's now 2nd and 10 for us here. I want to try to pick up something quick through the air, just like that. Good catch by Kyle Pitts for a gain of 8. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 2. We're going to try to get this with Kenneth Walker. And we do. We're going to go with 4 verticals just because I sense pressure coming. It does come, but not from where I thought it would. Tried to hit Kyle Pitts. That was a very panicked play from Malik Willis. Kind of misread the defense. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Might look to do what we did last time. Just pick up something short here. Pitts is open. He's got him. And he can't break the tackle, but he does pick up quite a few on the short pass there. Gets another first down for the Falcons. We are going to look to run it here on first down. Like to get Kenneth Walker going a bit. Thought I saw a hole, but closed up pretty quickly. Still going to be a pickup of 4 yards, though. So we got Tyquan Thornton in the game. As we're going to look for Treylon Burks, he can't hold on. He's going to force another 3rd down for us. We've been good on 3rd down so far, so I'm hoping that we're going to be able to pick it up here. This could be a blitz, but it's not. We hit Kyle Pitts. Nice play to get in front of the defender there, catch the ball. We're going to come out in the stick. Look to hit either Walker or Gage here. It's going to be Walker. He catches it, can't quite get into the end zone, but picks up a few yards. All right, this sounds like Keith Smith's music here. I love Keith Smith. Let's see if we can get him the touchdown. No. But does he get the first down? Yes, he does. 1st and goal. I see that no one is covering Jalen Reagor. We're just going to put him on a streak. Throw it to him immediately. It's going to be a quick touchdown for the Falcons here. Had to hit Jalen Reagor. There was literally no one covering him. We just had to throw it 1 inch across the goal line. And that's what we did. Nice heads up play there from Malik Willis to change the play at the line. And we're going to go up 6-0 here on the LA Chargers. Sitting through the 2nd quarter right now, the PAT was good after the Reagor touchdown. Chargers tie it up. We answer back with 2 touchdowns. We're up 21-7 at halftime. Things are looking good for us so far. And we score again. We're up by 2 touchdowns. See what it looks like at the end of this possession. We get the ball back. I'm going to switch to offense only, but hopefully we can take care of this in the sim. Alright, I'm going to need to jump in here with 4.5 minutes left. So we got to look to hold on to the lead. Kind of an unfamiliar spot for us to be. Jesus. Alright, 1st and 10 following the pass interference. We'll look to run it here. And Walker is going to roll forward for a few yards. I'm going to run it again on 2nd and 5. And Walker is going to fall forward again. It's going to be like 3rd and 1. And Keith Smith's music is playing again. We're going to run him to the other side here. And he fights forward. I think he was able to pick that up, and yeah, he was. 1st and 10, we're basically in chew clock mode right now, just trying to run out this game. As Jerick McKinnon gets a nice little pickup there, 2nd attempt of the game. And yeah, I'm going to switch it into chew clock. I'm going to run a play here just because I'm not sure if I have the 2-minute warning on my side. And Walker is able to pick up the first down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Alright, so if we get a first down here, we basically win the game. I'm going to try to pick that up on the ground. Walker with a nice start there. That's about 5 yards. Chargers call a timeout. Coming out, going to run the ISO play, this time with Mike Davis. Doesn't work out super well. He's wrapped up pretty quickly. Chargers call another timeout here. We really need to get this first down. I want 2 receivers on the field in case I want to audible, which I think I do. Pitts is open over the middle, but that's actually going to be broken up. And we are going to have to punt it here to the Chargers. I'm going to be Thibodeau. It looks like he's back in the game after his injury. And that is going to be a quick completion. They're probably going to go to the no huddle. We'll stick with the same defense. Thibodeau got pancaked. And they are going to hit the same receiver. I don't know who that is. As, yeah, this is going kind of exactly how we thought it would. Good job to stop Eckler there for not a huge gain. Sticking with the zone still. Man, whiffed that tackle. That sucks. Okay, they're kind of marching. Still in the no huddle. We're going to switch to man coverage and send a linebacker on the blitz. Still doesn't work. Good hit by Jalen Hawkins there, but man, the Chargers are threatening. We are terrible in these late game situations. It is so frustrating. I'm going to give some cushion here. Just really can't give up the touchdown. Are you fucking kidding me? First and goal here. We're sending pressure, and they're going to score. It's going to be a touchdown. Davante Adams. Man, our defense has been good this year, but they have been so bad in these late game situations, as that was all too easy for this Chargers offense. As they're going to come on and try the PAT here. Going to look to block it or something. But it's right down the middle. So we're here at the beginning of overtime. I called heads on the toss. It was tails. I feel like I haven't called an overtime coin toss successfully here yet in Falcons franchise. But we're going to get overtime underway. I really don't feel good about our defense going into this overtime. He's going to dump it to Eckler. It's going to be a quick first down. Coming out here again, just trying to slow them down any way we can. He's going to get the throw off to Davante Adams, but it's not going to be for a huge gain there. I'm going to come out in the cover to man. I'm going to rush with Thibodeau. Hopefully we can get some kind of pressure here. It's going to be a toss to Eckler. Can't wrap him up. Somehow that's going to be a first down, and he's going to get out of bounds. Gotta wrap guys up in those situations. That's what I'm talking about. We're going to do the double A-gap blitz. Hopefully, man, we can't even tackle Davante Adams with like a linebacker. 1st and 10 Chargers. We're going to come out in the Tampa 2. We have not been able to get after the quarterback. Drake Jackson with a nice move. Brings down Eckler. We're going to go with the zero blitz here. Psych, Davante Adams is wide open. We're going to switch to a zone. It's going to be a fake to Eckler. Herbert's got all day to throw. And, oh, you got to catch that. You gotta catch that, Foye. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my God. That was our chance right there. We got to stop them here. We have to stop them. We have to make up for that. We can't stop them. Oh, my God. The defensive coordinator in me is freaking out. I'm going full Urban Meyer on the sidelines. I'm kicking players. I'm screaming obscenities. I'm going to get fined by the NFL. That was just a brutal sequence there as Herbert hits 400 yards on the day. Coming out in the dime here, just looking to do anything to stop them. Got some pressure in there, but surprise, surprise, Herbert is able to dump it off. He's going to bring up a 3rd and 2. Don't really know what the move is here. I'm going to switch to the blitz. It is going to be a run, and we're not going to be able to stop him. We got in the backfield, but just nothing was able to happen. All right, we really need the defense to make a play. Jarrett gets into the backfield. Huge hit by Troy Anderson. Doesn't really come in a good spot, though, as that is going to make it 1st and goal for LA. We're going to go cover 2-man. Deion Jones on the edge. They're going to hand it off. We actually managed to make the tackle there with the first man to get to the ball. It's going to be Justin Houston. It's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Still want to do man coverage. And he could have just walked into the end zone there. Don't really know why he didn't. It's going to make it 3rd and goal. We're sending everybody. And that's going to be a touchdown for the man, the myth, the legend, Donald Parham Jr. Tough overtime loss for us. That took a lot out of me. That was a hard game to watch. The Aluakun interception drop just shattered my heart into a million pieces, if I'm being quite honest here. Pretty good game from Malik Willis. The only thing at this point that's bothering me is he cannot, if his life was on the line, gun to his head, cannot throw it for more than 200 yards. Maybe that's not a him problem. Maybe it's a problem with our receiving core. But he did manage to get 3 touchdowns. Completion percentage at 50 is actually quite high for him. So that's pretty exciting. Kenneth Walker leads all rushers. Eckler had a pretty good game too. AJ Green led the Chargers in receiving. For us, it was Kyle Pitts. He had a pretty good game, 8 for 83 and a touchdown. Rieger had 2 touchdowns too. But these guys were the bulk of our receiving, which is really not what you want to see. Good for Pitts, but Rieger, man, I just am doing everything I can to not have him be the workhorse for us in terms of catching. Treylon Burks had a disappointing game, to say the least. Sacks, I bet this is going to be ugly. It's actually not quite that ugly, but still. Tackles, Foyesade Aluakun leads us with 12, but again, that dropped interception was brutal. Only TFL comes from AJ Terrell. Only sack is from Drake Jackson, so we did not get much pressure. Terrell gets his 6th interception of the season. Anderson also gets one. That might be the first of his NFL career. Deflections, this is not good. Seeing this Aluakun deflection, I just know that was a dropped interception, so that kind of stings a bit. No fumbles, no blocks, safeties, or touchdowns. All right, so we're here in week 16, and after those past 2 losses, I really don't think I have it in me to play out the rest of this season. So I think I'm just going to sim through these last 3 weeks, see what happens, get us to the off season. And yeah, I'm really excited to get to this off season. We have a ton of money to spend. We have 3 first-round draft picks, and I'm pretty sure we have 2 second-round picks as well. So we have a great chance to really improve this team in the offseason, and we're just going to sim through these last 3 weeks and get to the end of the year. All right, we're here in week 17. We lost to San Francisco. Looks like Malik Willis had a pretty decent game. He was actually able to get over 200 yards. Trey Lance, though, he was pretty nice. He almost had 400. Looks like they kind of smoked us there. Walker was good, but Elijah Mitchell and Trey Sermon were definitely better. Mike Davis had 2 rushing touchdowns, so that's cool to see. Alan Lazard completely just lit everybody up. Russell Gage had a good game. He had a touchdown. Treylon Burks had a good game. Good receiving game from us. I like to see that. Looks like Jake Matthews gave up the only sack. Terrell had 11 tackles. TFLs, 2 for Justin Houston, 1 for Anderson and Jackson. Did we get any sacks? Just 1 for Thibodeau. Interceptions, Kendall Sheffield had them. That's probably his first of the year. No deflections. We can look at catches allowed because we simmed it. And Sheffield gave up 5, Terrell 4, yada, yada, yada. We got the win against the Vikings. So it looks like we came from behind, had a good fourth quarter, and were able to come away with the win. Taking a look at the player stats, Willis was like, he was okay. Garoppolo was also okay, so I feel like this wasn't really a quarterback battle. Um, they, what happened? No Dalvin Cook, I guess. So that was probably pretty helpful for us. Receiving, don't tell me. It was Kenneth Walker led all receivers in this game. That's pretty crazy. He had a touchdown. Gage got involved. Rieger, Pitts, Burks, Thornton. We didn't give up a sack. That's pretty cool. Vikings have a pretty solid pass rush. Terrell led us in tackles. Looks like we had a lot of TFLs. 2 for Thibodeau. He also had 2 sacks. 2 for Jackson and Jones. A couple other people got back there. And yeah, Thibodeau's 2 sacks are the only 2 for our team. AJ Terrell got his 7th interception of the season. He's got to be close to leading the league in interceptions. A couple of deflections there too. And then no forced fumbles, no blocks, no safeties, and no touchdowns? Yeah, no touchdowns. All right, last game of the season is going to be a loss to the Cleveland Browns. Malik Willis, what happened here? Did you get injured again? Maybe. Looks like he didn't do too much. Trubisky came into the game. Didn't really do a ton. I guess I like the yards and the fact that he got a touchdown. I mean, this is a decent game from Mitchell Trubisky, I suppose. Baker Mayfield, though, 2 touchdowns, obviously. I don't know if quarterback play really was a factor. It was probably more Nick Chubb with 8.1 a carry. That's pretty insane. Kareem Hunt, that's a great 1-2 punch. Kenneth Walker playing against the team that drafted him, but we traded for him. Didn't do all that hot. Receiving, looks like Russell Gage led all receivers. He had 5 for 82. Pitts, 8 for 77 in the touchdown. Burks, 4 for 70. Rieger, 3 for 31. Mike Davis caught a touchdown pass. Blocking, what happened here? Jake Matthews, 2 sacks, 1 for McGarry. Defensively, it's like 7 tackles for Aluakun, TFLs, couple for some folks, sacks, 1 sack for Thibodeau, interceptions, 1 for Jalen Hawkins, the ball hawk, Jalen Hawkins. He had a great year. Really loved what I saw from him down the stretch. Forced fumbles, betcha we didn't get any. We got a block. Who blocked a kick? Kayvon Thibodeau. Who else? Love that dude. Good to see him getting in there. He has a safety and a block on the season. It's pretty cool to see. We don't get a touchdown, though. I also want to take a look at just our team stats for the season. We know the offense was bad. The defense did give up a ton of yards. We were really bad at scoring the ball. And we were decent. I mean, our defense was good for most of the year. I think it kind of fell apart at the end. I want to make some minor improvements there, but I feel like the defensive core is pretty solid as it stands. Just needs a few more pieces to really be super good. Offense is still kind of a long ways away, as we'll take a look at individual stats here. Willis, 3,777 yards, 22 touchdowns, 19 interceptions, completion rate of 57, passer rating of 77. Not a phenomenal rookie season by any means. He was good at times. He showed flashes of being a good quarterback. I'm excited to see, tentatively excited to see what he can do next year. But this was just not like what we wanted to see right out of the gate. I think year 2 will be a little bit more telling. In terms of rushing, Kenneth Walker had almost 1,000 yards. I liked him for the most part this year. He was pretty solid as our primary running back, only fumbled the ball once. He had 5 touchdowns. Would love to get his average per carry to be a little bit higher. Willis was pretty good running the ball. He did better than Mike Davis on a few less attempts. Mike Davis was solid too, as like a power running back. He had 8 touchdowns, and Jerick McKinnon got involved when he could. Looks like he got a touchdown. Keith Smith, did you do anything? 1 touchdown for Keith Smith. In terms of receiving, Russell Gage puts up another 1,000-yard season. He was pretty good. He had 6 touchdowns. Pitts took a step back. He struggled with injury. I think he missed 4 games with an injury, so that's probably why his yards struggled a bit. Rieger was honestly like, we didn't want him to be that much a part of our offense. He was just kind of supposed to be like an extra guy for us, but he was pretty solid. 5 touchdowns, 720 yards. I really feel like he took away from the production that we wanted from the rookie out of Arkansas, Treylon Burks. As you can see, Burks was pretty close to Rieger in terms of yardage, but had 22 less receptions, 2 less touchdowns. So that's kind of a bummer. We wanted to really force feed the rookies. That was one of our goals this year, and I feel like we kind of failed Treylon Burks. Walker is pretty good as a receiving running back. He had some nice catches. He's able to work with screens and dump offs to the flat. He looks like he's going to be a solid piece for us going forward. Blocking, I know this is going to be utterly terrifying. So Chris Lindstrom put up another very solid season. Want him to be a solid part of our team going forward. Jalen Mayfield, actually, I was wondering how he was looking, but he only gave up 4 sacks on the year and was our second in terms of downs played. So he was really good. I think he's going to stick around. Jake Matthews is like, we're just kind of waiting to replace him. We're not going to do anything to like actively get rid of him, but he's been like kind of mediocre, but still passable. Caleb McGarry is done. He is absolutely not on the team next year. Super glad we didn't pick up that 5th-year option, as he was atrocious. Matt Hennessy, I think he gave up the same amount of sacks he did last year. I don't like seeing a center give up 5 sacks, but I guess I'll take it. I like Matt Hennessy. On defense, Foyesade Oluokun led us with 119 tackles. Then we have Terrell and Anderson, both over 100. Kayvon Thibodeau and Deion Jones were tied with 14 tackles for loss. Drake Jackson also had 11. Good to see that from the rookie. Houston had 8. Anderson and Jarrett had 7. Linval Joseph, Oluokun, kind of going down the line there. Sacks, I already saw it, but Kayvon Thibodeau had 24 sacks. What is the NFL sack record? I feel like it is 22 and a half. So yeah, Kayvon Thibodeau as a rookie broke the NFL single season sack record with 24. He beat Jared Allen's 22 in 2011. So I think we picked a pretty good player with the number 1 overall pick, if I'm being quite honest there. Love to see that from the rookie. I hope he can improve on that. I know that he did have 1 game where he had 5 total sacks, and that definitely pushed him over the edge here. He was absolutely phenomenal. I'm super excited to see what he can do in the future. So we definitely had a higher like total sack number from 1 player, but it seems like everyone else took a step back. Jarrett was injured for half of last season, so he definitely improved, but that's only because he played a full season. He had 9. Deion Jones stepped back from like 13 and a half to 7. Drake Jackson, the rookie, coming in, getting 6 sacks. Good to see. And then who was our other guy last year? Dante Fowler. He barely even saw the field this year. I think that's kind of because of Justin Houston, who only had 1 sack. Interceptions. AJ Terrell had 7. That's amazing. You love to see that. Jalen Hawkins, the ball hawk, had 4. I was not super high on him going into the season, but at the end of the season, I'm really happy with what we saw from him, and I think he's going to be our strong safety of the future. And then going down the line, 1 pick for the rookie, Troy Anderson. No one else. I mean, Foye, kind of wanted more from him, but I'll take it. We didn't force a ton of fumbles this year, but if I remember correctly, we didn't really do that last year either. Only 3, and it looks like we only recovered 1 of those. And then Thibodeau, if 24 sacks wasn't enough, he also blocked a kick and got a safety. Richie Grant also had a block. I don't remember that. And touchdowns, we did not score a defensive touchdown. In terms of kicking, Younghoe Koo looks like he missed 2 extra points and missed 4 field goals. Let's take a look and see where these field goals got missed from. This is okay. Like, these are long field goals right here that he missed. That's half of his misses. And then these other two, I'm certainly fine with this from Younghoe Koo. I want to take a look at punting because we have the rookie punter, Spencer Olson. He took a nice 69 punts this year, and it looks like about half of those were within the 20 or on the 20. So I will certainly take that, especially if his net average is 50 yards. Good to see there from the rookie out of Georgia Southern. I like our Georgia Southern kicking tandem that we've set up here in Atlanta. Also want to take a look at passing around the league, sorted by QB rating to see who was hot and who was not. And oh boy, Matt Ryan was super hot for the football team. 44 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 70% completion rating, nearly 5,000 yards. Elite season from Matt Ryan. Aaron Rodgers, also quite good. He had 5,000 yards, 40 touchdowns, 9 picks. Mahomes did Mahomes things. He was looking godly out there. Matt Corral, the yards are a bit low, touchdowns are a bit low, but he did not throw that many picks at all for a rookie. He had a phenomenal rookie year. Tom Brady, I don't know how he's still doing it, but he nearly threw for 6,000 yards and threw nearly 50 touchdowns. The interceptions were high, but this was a great season from Tom Brady. Sam Howell on the Steelers did quite well. If this is going to be kind of depressing to see all of the rookie quarterbacks that were drafted after Malik Willis who really showed up this year. Sam Howell had a good year. So I'm just skipping to the bottom. I really feel like, so Malik Willis, second year in a row that the Falcons have had far and away the worst quarterback in the NFL. He started every game and could not crack 4,000 yards. Completion percentage was pretty bad. Let's see who was like right next to him. So Derek Carr was the next worst quarterback. He was pretty bad this year. Stafford, I think this looks worse than it is. I think he was still pretty passable. Kirk Cousins was pretty bad for the Panthers. Kyler Murray was like fine. Trevor Lawrence was not that great. Justin Fields kind of fell off a little bit. Same with, Josh Allen's fine. Taking a look at rushing, Derrick Henry led in terms of yards. He was 100 short of 2K. Josh Jacobs led the way in touchdowns with Henry and Zeke right behind him. Yards leader was Randall Cobb, as everyone expected. And then touchdowns is going to be Jameson Williams, the rookie, had 17 touchdowns for the football team. He also had over 1,000 yards. I think him and Matt Ryan probably have pretty good situation going there in Washington. Defensively, I want to take a look at who led the league in TFLs. And Ed Oliver had 27 TFLs. That's pretty crazy. Myles Garrett right behind him with 23. Sacks, come on, give me, Kayvon Thibodeau led the league in sacks. He has the new NFL single-season sack record, like we already know. Love to see that from the rookie. He was phenomenal. Shaq Barrett, DeMarcus Lawrence, Myles Garrett, all right behind him, but he kind of led like far and away in terms of sacks. Interceptions, so AJ Terrell is in second place in terms of interceptions. Only Tre'Davious White had more with 9. That's pretty crazy. All right, so that's going to do it for us here in this episode of Falcons Franchise. We finished out the regular season. We definitely did better than we did last year. We won one more game, and although that doesn't seem like much on paper, I feel like this team was much, much better than we were last year. And again, looking at our division, we're in a pretty weak division, as at 5-12, we had the third best record, and we were only one game behind the Saints. And of course, the Bucks are 13-4, but that's kind of all riding on the corpse of Tom Brady at this point. So I'm feeling optimistic about our future. I think if we can hit on our draft picks, that's going to be huge for us, obviously, but also find some talent in free agency. I think we have a chance to really revamp this team and be competitive next year. And I'm excited to get into all of that next episode when we go through the off season. So that's going to do it for me. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.